Hey, Dan with Guardian Mold Prevent here. Want to look at a home located in Orland Park, Illinois. This home has got an attic mold issue. There's mold growing on the underside of the roofing members in the attic space, on the plywood sheeting, and there's also some on the rafters. You notice that there's the black staining on the plywood and there's some speckles there as well. That's all mold growth that is developed as a result of poor insulation and also ventilation that was actually blocked by the insulation from the inside of the attic space. The homeowner is selling the house. They have a potential buyer at the table. The buyers had a home inspector come in, take a look at the house, and the home was flagged for mold. So they called us in to take care of their mold issue. And we're going to look at some after footage here. The homeowners had us in. We sealed off the attic space. We treated everything with a biocide, which is a product that kills mold on contact. And then we physically scrubbed all the surfaces of the plywood sheeting and also the rafters. And we then applied an acrylic-based mold-resistant coating. Comes with a 10-year manufacturer's warranty. Left air machines running the entire time we were working. Left the air machine running overnight. Came back the next day and pulled everything out. Now there is an insulation contractor that's working with this homeowner. They're going to correct all of their insulation deficiencies. They're also going to make sure that the ventilation around the home is no longer blocked, and so that this attic space will not condensate going forward. Now I want to look at what an attic is supposed to do in terms of ventilation and insulation. You'll notice there's an insulation barrier on the top of the ceiling there that's supposed to keep the house heat down and out from the attic space. And then the lower ventilations on the overhang, the vents, allow cold air to get up into the attic space, especially in the winter time, forcing any warm air out through the upper vents in the roof and allowing the air temperature in the attic space to be relatively similar to that of the surface temperature of the wood. If there's a differential there, you end up reaching dew point, condensating and get mold growth. Now I want to look real quickly at some of the things the insulation contractor has done. You'll see here that this is actually some electrical that is coming through the ceiling. The insulation contractor has actually removed the insulation that was on the ceiling here, and they've insulated the electrical coming through. They actually will insulate all the penetrations through the ceiling so you get no heat loss or minimal heat loss. You'll also notice that there's a black chute there. It's a styrofoam baffle. It's installed before the insulation goes in, and then it will hold back the insulation from blocking the lower ventilation. Also want to look at the outside of the house, and if you look on this overhang here, they've got what's called continuous venting. It's actually a vent that's cut in the lower portion of the roof, and it runs continuous along the whole soffit. So once that insulation is installed and those baffles are in place, the lower vents, this continuous vent, will supply cold air to the attic space during the winter and allow it to keep from condensating.